Hey guys, welcome back to Arry the Stag. TR Tony here, sat on the M27 on a services on my way over to Southampton from Bournemouth to Trestans, who you may remember a few weeks ago we visited with a few spare parts from our UNY 49M, principally the seat frames and the seat bases, the runners and so on, and we filmed Andy and the guys there and had a really good insight into how they set up their operation there and what good work they do in terms of refurbishing various metal items. So today I'm doing a bit of a double whammy. I've had the phone call to say yes, my seat backs and bases and runners are all ready, so I'm really excited about going to see what they've done with them and getting them back. But also I've got in the boot, having stripped a few more things out now, a whole raft of stuff from the rear suspension and other things that I'm going to take in to see if they can do that as well. So see this very much as a rolling restoration, literally shuttling up that from Bournemouth to Southampton with various parts that they need refurbishing. So it'll be an interesting journey, I'm sure, but if we can get all these bits and pieces done, and whilst the body tub is still at Allen the Welders, then by the time the body tub comes back, hopefully we'll have all the modular units nicely tidied and ready to go. But let me just show you in the boot what I've got, and the next shot, I guess, after that will be at Trestans themselves. But let's have a quick look and I'll show you what I've got in the boot. And a very busy Friday today it is, up and down the M27. Goodness me, does it never stop. Okay, so let's just open up the back of the mitt seat and I'll show you what we've got inside. If I can just open the door, this would be good. This lock on here is not particularly brilliant. Okay, open it again. There we are. Right, okay, so let's have a quick look inside. Here you can see there's quite a few items. You may have seen a previous video where we took all this off last night. These here are the rear kind of trailing arms, if you like. I think they're aluminium or certainly an alloy of some sort, and definitely worthwhile titivating and making nicer. I'm hoping Trestans can help me out with these bushes because we haven't got the right kit. We've got bars that go through with various socket style items that then push through, but we really can't get these bolts out either. So I'm hoping Trestans have got some presses and some decent kit. They can just whip these off for us and save a whole load of hassle. So there's two of those, obviously, one to the right, one to the back, and we'll sort that out as well. We've got the drums, which, as I said last night when you may have seen the previous video, aren't too bad. They're about 60 quid to buy new. So I've just looked them up on the website this morning, so if it's just a few quid to get them refurbished, it's absolutely well worthwhile. I think they're okay. Looking at the interior, the wear on the inside, if I just flip that over and have a quick look, see what it's like. Yeah, it's not too bad. There's no major scoring as such or lips or wear, so I think they were fairly new back onto the car before it went into layup mode. So that's that. We've got the back plates here, which again are good condition, not bad, a bit mucky obviously because of where they are with brake dust and stuff, but good solid metal, so I think they should come up quite nice. Going to get those done in black, and that will be very good. We'll try and keep this original, silver or original, depending on, it looks like there's some decent silver behind there, so it may just go back to original. What else have we got? Well, we've got a differential carrier bracket. Again, that's rusted and pitted. I'm sure that will come up quite nice. Going to get that done in black. And a couple of the rocker covers that you will have seen again on my previous video. If I just screen round on that, you can see just how pitted and rusty they are. And really, that's the first thing that you see in the engine bay when you lift up the bonnet. So we're going to try and see if we can get those rectified, remembering that in here is a gauze inside, which must be, or no, maybe not that one, certainly on the other one, it's over there. There's a gauze at the back of there which has to come out, and you must be clear so you don't get any projectile stuff in there that then grommets up your car. Also the oil filler cap looking really good, so see if we can get that done nicely. And finally, I've just thrown in on the last kind of knock-ins were the half shafts, the drive shafts for the differential to the rear hub, the kind of half shaft rear axles, if you will. I don't know if they can tidy them up or not. I have looked up this morning. There is a rebuild kit that you can get for about 90 quid. Because again, these aren't cheap. These are like £200–400 a pair, or £1,000 I think for a pair of brand new ones that have been completely rebuilt, refitted, and made out of different materials, which are obviously desirable, but that is a lot of money. I'm half tempted to have a go at this myself, and if Trestans can at least tidy them up, if they can, without graunching any bearings or getting any beads or rubbish in the innards, then I'll see if we can do that. But as I say, I'm tempted to get a repair kit and 88 quid just for a few circlips, he says confidently, and refurbish them ourselves. That would be nice to do. But so I've thrown those in just to see what they say, and we'll take a look. But there you go, that's a nice little collection of spare parts, Triumph Stag spare parts, and onwards and upwards to Trestans, see if they can help us sort these out. And I'm very eager to see these seat backs and runners as well. Right, time to nip to the loo, grab a quick coffee, and onwards journey. Okay guys, this is a top tip from Arry the Stag, and probably not approved by the powers that be or anybody who happens to own a coffee emporium at motorway services. But if you're like me, travelling around the country a lot, coffee expenditure could amount to quite a significant amount of money. And equally, all the coffee cups that you can now get hold of, they're not that recyclable, although they are doing some lines now that will do anyway. So my practical Arry the Stag top tip, it consists of a metal flask. Had this little baby for a number of years. It goes with me everywhere in a plastic bag, which is recyclable, so we are very ozone friendly on Arry the Stag. And you don't even have to use a cup. I can't find it anyway. I lost it somewhere. It's fallen down. Yeah, metal, so it won't break. And yeah, not bad. A bit like my fishing coffee from many years ago, if you know what I mean. But it's hot, it's wet, it's caffeine, keeps me going and saves a blinking fortune. Okay, so we're just coming into Trestans now, down the hill. You can see the River Itchen, I think it is, down the way. And if we keep going far enough, we'll be in the drink. There's the bridge over the River Itchen. It's all looking very good. Arry the Stag! Just take a right. And we're just about here, which is really good. Trestans, just arriving on the right hand side, find somewhere to park, and here we are. Okay, so this is Paul, and it's just going to talk us through the kit we've brought back. I'll show you in just a moment all the good work they've done on the other parts. They're very busy today, but okay, Paul, so we've got here a few things. That's the kind of swinging arm, training arm on the back of the Stag. There's two of those there. The only thing is we couldn't get these bushes off. I don't know if you've got any presses or someone nearby that could help us do that, but maybe I can talk to Andy about that. And we just wanted all these, if we could, shot blasted, tidied up, and these as well, if that was possible. Again, just need to take a view on those, yeah? Yeah, okay. And we brought the hubs as well, but again, I don't know if those are doable or not. If we're going to get too many bits of shot in there that wouldn't make it viable. I brought them in as a last minute thought.
I think we're looking at all the grease in there,
yeah,
and the rubbers, probably totally avoid blast.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think you cause yourself more trouble than
yeah, okay, so maybe take those back then and see what we do with them, yeah, and go from there. Alright, but everything else okay?
Yeah, everything else is fine.
Yeah, we can do those down to I guess silver. Will that go back to the ordinary coat, or will we colour those, do you think? What's the best treatment of those? Again, they are aluminium, I think, or alloy or something. Yeah.
We could probably vapour blast them and get them back to the original.
Yeah. Okay, that'd be good. And then we've got the differential carrier there. Again, back to black if we can for that, and those back to black. These are the back plates, yeah. And the drums as well.
Yep, that's fine.
Again, back to black if we can. Yeah, all good, brilliant. Okay, Paul, thank you very much. Okay, so good to see Trestans again. They are so busy here, it's unbelievable. Just seen a guy come in with his motorcycle wheels and a couple of rims and hubs as well. So they do all sorts, including balustrades and all sorts of things here. Ducts, by the look of it. Paul was just talking me through, there was some doors they've got to do. Sorry about the noise, there's a lorry going by. Paul was just saying they've got some doors to do for a local BMW dealership, so they get involved in all sorts of stuff here, and really great to see. So Andy, thanks for all the good work you've done. Really, really good.
Part of your project.
Yeah, thank you. And
thank you for the mug and
the key fob. Yeah, you're very welcome. I'll go in with Paul now and just check out what we've dropped off.
And enjoy your weekend.
Thanks, mate. All the best. Yeah, take care. Send our best to Chris. Cheers. Bye, bye, bye. All right, guys. So that's Andy, and he's chuffed to bits, and I'm chuffed to bits. I'll show you the effects in a minute. We're just going to go into the start of the process, and Paul has put everything into the basket, the box, and there it is, all raring to go. So I guess we'll be back in a couple of weeks, Paul, to come and pick it up when we get a phone call. We've decided with the rocker covers, actually the best thing to do is to de-chrome it using chemical, and then to spray paint it, rather than taking off that baffle plate that you will have seen in there, beg pardon, just here, because it has got the gauze behind, so hopefully there won't be any particulates in there to damage anything, and that will all be good. So we'll wait a couple of weeks, come back and see what magic they've done to those. Meanwhile, back in the car, got lots of bubble wrap and items that look very, very interesting. Seat backs, seat squabs and runners. Can't wait, it's like Christmas. Good stuff, guys. See you in a couple of weeks' time. And probably rightly, I thought this would be the case. The axles stroke hubs, drive shafts are too risky to go through any kind of shot blasting processes. I'm sure we would all understand. There's so many things in here, grease and bearings and stuff, it's just not worth it. So I'm happy with that. At least we've asked them. It'll just require a bit of elbow grease to clean them up and get the repair kit and do them ourselves and make them all look nice. I guess they'll be under the car anyway, so you're not going to see a huge amount of them, but a bit disappointed, but I can understand, absolutely. We don't want to risk getting these covered in dust or grit. That wouldn't do at all. So there we are. And we're back to the car now, and as you can see in here, we have all the parts that we left a couple of weeks ago in plastic bags, and this is I think this is the seat squab, so this is a seat base. Hardeep, if you're watching, which I expect you probably will be, Hardeep very kindly donated to us a seat squab recently, and got us out of jail because some of these threads on ours were knackered and whatever, but I think you can see there, that looks ace, doesn't it? Look at the finish on that, isn't that amazing? Absolutely powder coated, brand new, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I won't get it all out here, I'll get back to base, derobe all this plastic, and present what it looks like when we get back home, I think, in the garage, where I can get rid of all this bubble wrap and have a proper look off the road somewhere. Bear with me, we'll head home and see what's what. So cheerio Trestans, we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time and see what more magic you've created out of our other parts. Alright guys, so managed to get back home a little bit late on the way back. It's almost getting dark outside now. Had to stop off at my daughter's for her birthday. As you can see behind me, there's a whole ton of bubble wrap that's all come off the seats, and I really wanted to share with you this magic moment because what the guys at Trestans have done is absolutely immense. Let me just show you what they've done. It's great. Have a look. Now, in the depths of the garage here, you can see this was our original UNY 49M seat. Hardeep and Bal very kindly gave us a replacement, so I haven't done anything about this one. This is still in the garage, but this was the condition that these seats were in before they went off to Trestans. It's kind of quite good to take a before and after look. If I can swizz over here very quickly, you can begin to see the results. This is obviously one that has been done by Trestans, powder coated, and you just would not believe the transformation. Even onto the backs here, look, it's absolutely clear as anything. I'm so chuffed with the results. Even down to the mechanisms, look, they're all nice, clean and tidy here. Yes, The runners aren't quite silver, but we knew that. But they've come out absolutely pristine. It would have taken years to get them that clean and tidy by doing it by hand. And really, all I've got to do now is rebuild them such that I can take them back to Mike to trim them all up. But that's excellent. This was I think this was the original UNY seat, so this was a bit more pitted, and you can't get rid of that. But nevertheless, I think you can see, you know, okay, one or two little flaky bits here, there and everywhere, but actually that's all going to be hidden away. But what a great job they've done. And yeah, fantastic. The piece de la résistance are the actual head restraints. If I can just grab one off the top here and just show you in the light. If you remember how these went off, you can actually see the reflection of me in there. These were absolutely caked in rust. If you can't remember how bad these were, go back and have a look at an earlier video, because these were just awful. The chrome was all pitted and absolutely rotten as a pear. This isn't chrome, it is a kind of chrome effect paint and powder coated, I believe, so it's all been put on. You can see it glistening there. There are some pieces of wood that actually need to go in here, where they've obviously opened that up to get the powder coating in and taken the wood away, so I'm going to have to just make up some little wood pieces there. And all that happens in there is the screws go in for the for the head restraint clip that goes underneath and holds the material on, basically. So I'll need to put some wood back in there, but isn't that a transformation completely from how it was before? I'm absolutely chuffed to bits, and all for a very good investment. I won't embarrass them, but yeah, it was a very good deal. And just look what they've done there, guys. Absolutely awesome. And they will now need to be rebuilt. I've got to put the mechanisms in the back, the hinges and the sliders on the side here, on this side actually it'll be, so that all that mechanism is back. And then I'll put the webbing back on. I'll need to get some new diaphragms for the base because they were rotten, and put that all back together, and then get it off to Mike to get it recovered. And we should be back in business with some decent quality chairs. So that's all good. Just one last thing before we finish up. We have the back seat squab, which, if you remember when I took this to bits, was an embarrassment. It was almost, well, had things growing in it, basically. Mike seemed to think that he could repair the seat foam, and I'm absolutely fascinated to know how that's going to work. And yes, it was pitted and holed and whatever, but again, they've managed to shot blast all this and clean it all up, and then paint it all up after, and it's a nice smooth finish, no rust in it left at all. I reckon that's good enough to go. It's not that structural anyway, but they've done a really decent job, and we can always know that the seats have been given a new lease of life to go again in UNY 49M. So isn't that a great job? Fantastic. Well done, Andy, and well done, Chris. Awesome. All right, guys, so really great, isn't it? What a fantastic job. I'll sleep with those tonight. It does look that good. I'm well impressed, I must say. And I know we're not going to see any of this. It's all going to be under the PVC covers and so on, but at least we can sleep easy in our beds at night knowing that they've been properly done. And you'll have seen earlier we've taken a whole load more kit up to Andy at Trestans for him to work on those as well. I do have the drive shafts back here, which I will do on another video. So unfortunately we couldn't get those shot blasted, rightly so, but the work they've done here I think is awesome. And let's see what comes back in another couple of weeks when we go back up there to get the brakes and the rear trailing arms and that kind of thing from them in due course. Good. Okay, well, I hope you've had a really great week wherever you are. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate you following Arry the Stag. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe. Enter lots of comments as well. Don't forget you've got the Arry the Stag badge of honour that you can go on our website and get free of charge. We can send that to you. And yeah, let's enjoy. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you online on Arry the Stag very soon. Cheers for now, guys. All the best.